Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
Some interesting stock picks that offer some interesting solutions. That's what we're going to get now from Shiraz Mian, our research director, and our momentum strategist, Dave Bartosiak, who are here with me. Shiraz, we're going to start with you. Your company literally is a software solutions provider.
That's right. Manhattan Associates, MANH. As you can see on the chart here, it has a beautiful price consensus and EPS surprise representation, very consistent earnings growth throughout this history. The stock hasn't really done much. In fact, has pulled back quite a bit since the beginning of the year, and a lot of that is a function of this fear that corporate capital spending on IT, particularly from the retail sector, is a little uncertain, and Manhattan Associates is a key player in the retail space. And what they do is they help traditional retailers compete better with Amazon. And the way they do it is they help the traditional retailers execute what the retail industry calls omni-channel or multi-channel retailing, where a customer could place the order on any of the platforms and have the order fulfilled. What many of the retailers end up having problem with is in managing the back end of that retail experience in warehouse management, in supply chain, in inventory management. And Manhattan Associates, even though it's a smaller company, when we look at in the broader technology space, it's about $4 billion market cap, but they are a big player in this warehouse management, inventory management, and supply chain management space. So it's hard to get a consistent growth producer in a small to mid-cap kind of a category, and Manhattan Associates offers us that. A strong double-digit earnings growth, a very well-proven management team, a clean balance sheet, and a very long addressable market opportunity. They have an impressive track record of beating estimates and raising guidance, tend to be a little bit on the conservative side when they guide, but that's exactly what they did in the most recent quarter when they reported Q1 results. They handily beat estimates both on the top and bottom, and raised guidance for the full year. And my sense is that the guidance for the full year will need to be raised in the coming quarters as well. To cut it short and give you the net take on Manhattan Associates, for folks who have a longer term horizon beyond a year and a half, I think you can't go wrong with Manhattan Associates. It's a very compelling pick in an industry niche where they have a strong presence and should continue to thrive.
All right, Dave, you're going to give us the picture on your company, NVIDIA, because they're into processing.
Yeah,
graphics.
So the way that computing is going now, if you're going to have a computer that has gaming capability or anything like that, if you want to run at a higher resolution, seen the 4K TVs that are out there, you need to have a graphics card that's strong enough to process all that. Also, you know, with the Bitcoin and the blockchain and all this data mining sort of thing that they got going on, you need that too. So they use this processing unit really more than you rely on the central processing unit or the CPU that's in your computer. So it's all kind of going to these external sort of cards. NVIDIA's been the leader in that space, and they're going to continue to be the leader in that space, partly because they've teamed up with Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing to go ahead and make their cards. The industry-wide standard has been 28 nanometers, right? That's kind of how close they can get it. But Taiwan Semi's given them 16 nanometers. So right there, you've got a pretty good advantage. But their cards are just going leaps and bounds. And this quarter, this coming quarter, they have a new generation of cards that's coming out that's basically more than doubling the power of the previous generation's cards. So it's kind of like that Moore's Law, where every 18 months you're going to get a doubling in the semiconductor technology, speed, and capacity. Same thing's happening here. But it's not just about being a nerd and playing video games, right? They're starting to get into autonomous driving. So they've partnered up with Volvo to try and help them have autonomous cars in their fleet. So I think that kind of divergence away from their main business, but still it's going to apply to kind of their core strengths, is going to be big time for the company moving forward. But if you take a look at the price, EPS surprise, and consensus chart, I had to one-up Shiraz and throw an extra line in there, right? They've beat 19 of the last 20 quarters, which is a great track record of success there. But if you look at most recently, these earnings estimates have continued to sort of tick up as the stock has rallied also. So that's a big reason why they're Zacks ranked number 2. They're coming off of, I think, a 3-cent beat last quarter where the stock reacted very well to the earnings report. I don't think that this quarter you're going to have a sharper reaction, because during last quarter, I mean, it's after the holidays, and everybody knew that this new generation of card was going to come out. So people weren't purchasing. They were kind of waiting, sitting and waiting for the next generation. So I think this story is going to be more about guidance moving forward for the next quarter and less about what happened in the previous quarter. But I still like NVIDIA. And the report.
Let's hope the drivers, the Volvo car drivers, are not playing video games while they're driving.
That's true.
With the car.
Well, depending on the driver, maybe they'll be better off playing video games and just letting the computer take over.
Probably.
Just let the robots take the wheel.
Yeah.
Never can tell. Do either of you own that stock that you talked about, by the way?
No, we don't. I have Manhattan Associates in the top 10 portfolio.
Oh,
I don't, but I've sure got their graphics cards.
All right. Well, thanks for that. Don't forget, more stock information, picks, picking strategies, and commentary on our website, Zacks.com. Get on over, link to it all off the homepage if you're not there already watching this video. With Shiraz and Dave, meantime, I'm Terry Ruffalo.